So here we have this week's sneaker releases. I think there's a lot more being released over the next week, and seems to be better than last week, and quite a few nice sneakers. And the first one up is the Adidas Adizero, and this is the Evo SL White, and I think there's also a black colorway coming out, and this is using the Lightstrike Pro technology that they have, which is a different type of midsole compared to I suppose Boost, and probably more like Fuel Cell as far as I know. And these are coming out on the 29th of October, and I actually think they look really nice. And also on the 29th of October, we've got the Air Jordan 1 Retro Low 85 Black. I think these are the European release date, and I think they came out in the US already. Not mad at this pair. I think the only thing that I can sort of see with this pair, which is a bit lazy, is the outsole, because it's a grey outsole rather than it being black to match the swoosh and the heel tab. And on the 29th of October, seems to be a bit of a craze at the moment, especially here in the EU and UK around the Nike Shox. And this is the R4, and there's also the TL version as well that's coming out. And there's sort of several different colorways. I'm not a big fan of these particular models. I used to have a pair back in the day, but out of the ones that are shown on here, I do like the grey and blue pair. And also there's a collab with Fortnite from Crocs. This is on the 29th of October as well. Obviously this is just a standard Crocs pair with some gibbets added on, and you know, that sort of Fortnite theming, which I'm not really a Fortnite type of person, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm sure they'll sell out because Fortnite's a really popular game. And then also on the 29th of October, we've got the Nike Air Max Sunder, and this is in the triple black and hyper crimson colorway. And these are, because they're Gore-Tex, they should be really good for you know, the wet weather. And so for me, you know, the pair that I tend to probably gravitate towards is the triple black pair, but because I already have the orange pair, I'm not so fussed on the Gore-Tex version. I think they will probably sell out more than likely, because people go quite crazy for the Gore-Tex version, especially here in the UK and EU where the weather seems to be a bit colder. And also on the 30th of October, we've got the New Balance 740 White and Ice Blue. I think there's several different colorways coming out for this, and again, not a bad sneaker, but not something that I would particularly want to grab. And also on the 30th of October, we've got the Asics Gel Nunobiki. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway, and it's in several different colorways. So you've got the Sapphire, Taupe Grey and the Sweet Pink. Out of the three, I think I like the Sapphire version, but again, it looks like every other Asics trainer to me. And also maybe it is more of a trail shoe. And something which I have pre-ordered, the Adidas Climacool 24 Off-White, and this was up for pre-order at the start of the month of October. And the issue for me is see when I get them in hand, because I had to go a size up because I didn't have my size in stock, which is a bit weird. So I've kind of ordered a bigger size. I'm hoping they fit. If they don't, then they'll be going back, but I'll certainly be doing a review if I can grab them and get them in the post. And also on the 30th of October, we've got the Nike Gato or Gato. This is in the white and black gum colorways, and I think they're more inspired by football or soccer, and again, very sort of mid-trainer, but I do remember seeing these on the sneakers showcase back in August. And also releasing on the 30th of October, I imagine this is probably in the US because I've not seen it loaded up here in the EU and UK. On the 30th of October, we've got the Nike Air Flightposite 1 and metallic gold. I really like the way these look, and I think for me, I'm just not obviously fan of the colorway with this particular one. And also on the 31st of October, we've got the JJound and Asics GT2160. I'm not a fan of the GT2160, but even though JJound don't do much to their sneakers in terms of the colorways, for some reason the white and grey pair does sort of stick out to me and look quite nice actually, in all honesty. It's very simple, but at the same time, it's typically, the JJound sort of design aesthetics that they tend to use, and I'm sure they'll sell out and go for crazy money on the resale market. And also, I guess this is in time for Halloween. On the 31st of October, we've got the Squid Games Crocs, and this is one of those sort of classic clogs, again with the gibbets. A bit of a crazy one, but at the same time, because it's sort of out there and, Squid Games was really popular, I imagine, people will, want to sort of go for these. And also on the 31st of October, we've got the Corn Adidas Superstar. And this is also, you know, quite a cool looking suede sneaker from, you know, Corn in terms of the collab. And I actually like the execution on it, but obviously I'm not too much of a fan of the Superstar model. And these are already released on the Maniere website, and they're coming out on the 31st pretty much everywhere else. And I imagine, you know, a lot of the Maniere stuff here in the UK and EU is more limited than in the US. Maybe with this particular pair it might be different, but from the sounds of it, it'll still be limited because it's one of those ones where, you know, they tend to throw more numbers at the US site and also obviously on the Maniere site. But I do like the look of them, but I'm not sure, you know, I personally wouldn't be grabbing them because I'm not that much of a fan of an Air Max 95, and if I did grab an Air Max 95, I'd rather hold out till next year for their neon version that's coming out again. And also on the 31st of October, I've got the New Balance 990 V6 Dark Ember, and the 990 V6 is a nice sneaker, very sort of comfortable. They do bottom out quite quickly in my experience, especially for the price that you pay. But not to say that they're not comfortable, they are a comfortable sneaker and they got a, you know, cool look to them. But this colorway as well is still very nice as well, and you know, if you like that kind of darky maroon red color, then you know this is a good one. And also releasing on the 31st of October for all those Air Max 90 heads out there is the Nike Air Max 90 Celery. I think this will sell pretty well. It's not something that I personally would buy because I'm not a fan of this particular colorway, but it feels very similar to the Joe Freshgoods New Balance 1000 that released back in April, I believe. And I got a pair of those, and that's as far as I went because for me, you know, I was after the New Balance 1000 and just so happened to hit on that particular model. And on the 1st of November, we've got two Nike Clogposites. One's a Sandrift, and the other one is the Green Goblin colorway, which I'm not sure if they're calling it Green Goblin, but these, you know, Clogposites are just nice on foot in my eyes, and I generally like them, you know, personally. They've got a stranger look to them, futuristic, but I think they're also very stable and quite sort of premium, and especially if you can grab them on sale. And also on the 1st of November, and this date might change because I've seen two different dates, but I'm going to put it in for the 1st of November now. It's the Nike Air Force One since 1982 series, and this is in the premium tan colorway. And out of all the Air Force Ones that I've seen this year, I actually think this is a really nice one. And to me, you know, it looks like it's got really good leather quality on it, and it's still retailing around the same price, you know, for a standard Air Force One. So I'm hoping for good things with this one. And also on the 1st of November, we've got a low version of the Crazy 8 from Adidas, and I don't mind this particular model, but it's not something that I would personally wear or grab. But you know, it still looks funky even to this day. And also on the 1st of November, we've got this Nike City or C1TY Skyline, and this looks like a knockoff from the, you know, general purpose Tom Sachs shoe, and I'm just not a fan of those. Which when I had a pair, they were very, I suppose, quick to you know, wear down quite quickly, and the upper and also the outsole, just wasn't a fan of them. The outsole just doesn't feel really grippy, especially because it's got those really sort of protruding grooves going on the outsole, and for me it just doesn't work. It just feels very slippery on foot, almost like you're, you know, got sort of soccer boots on or cleats on. And then also on the 1st of November, we've got the Nike Air DT Max 96 Falcons, and I think this colour is really nice actually, being black and grey, and I think it suits this model very well. And you know, it's not something that I'd grab personally, but I understand, you know, people you know, want to grab these. I think they are nice. And also on the 1st of November, we've got the Adidas Crazy 8 Philly, and this is another sneaker that's been released from Adidas, and you know, part of their whole Crazy 8. I'm not sure if this is an original colorway, but it looks quite cool. And also on the 1st of November, we've got the Cecily Banson Asics Gel Terrain collection. I'm not sure, you know, whether they sell out on these or whether they actually do sell any, but they seem to be, you know, sort of pumping this particular collab out quite a lot of the different models. I'm not a fan of them personally, and I think they look really ugly personally, so I'm not, you know, not too enthused about these. And also on the 1st of November, the Nike Vomero 5 Silver and Black. I think this is the US date because they originally dropped on the Sneakers app, I think last week, and pretty much seem to be sold out. They might come back in stock, which is what Nike usually do, but it's a really nice colorway. And you know, if I didn't have my pair that I have with the you know, can't remember what they're called now, but with the blue glow on them, then you know, this is another model that, you know, I'd look to grab because the colorway is just simple and just clean. And also on the 1st of November, we've got the Amine New Balance 740 V2 Benson Tech colour. And I just, like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of this particular model anyway from New Balance, and also this colourway, just not a fan of either. And also on the 1st of November, I've got the Adidas Harden 8 Premium, they're calling it, which is a feather grey colourway. And out of all the Hardens that have been released so far, well, the Harden 8s, this is probably the nicest colourway from what I can see. And again, because it's got the premium materials on it, I think it will, you know, work well as a lifestyle sneaker, but obviously really well as a basketball sneaker as well. And then also we've got on the 1st of November the Up There New Balance 860 V2. I'm personally not a fan of these, and I don't like the 860 V2 model anyway. I think it's like a cheaper cousin to the 2002R and 1906R, and this colourway is just not doing it for me either. And on the 1st of November, we've got the Junior Watanabe Comme des Garçons New Balance 1906L, and these come in the white and black colourway. They have already released on the Offspring website, and they're pretty much sold out instantly. Especially, you know, I was surprised about that because the price on these were about £250, which is near enough $300, which is a lot of money for a pair of loafers. And also on the 1st of November, we've got the Nike Dunk Low Sketch and Exploration. And kudos to, I suppose, Nike for doing something different with these. And, you know, you got the kind of textile materials on the medial and lateral side of the sneaker and also on the heel, which is almost, you know, which is a bit different to having an all leather sneaker. And I actually don't mind them. I think they look pretty cool in terms of the colourway and good for the full time. And also on the 1st of November, I've got another colourway of the Air Jordan 4 RM Iron Grey. And again, I'm not mad at this colourway. I think it's quite nice. And I've been wearing my Nigel Sylvester, the grey pair that I've got, and they feel really nice on foot actually. You know, initially they feel a bit kind of tough, and you know, after the first couple of wears, then they kind of sort of sink in and feel quite easy to wear because they're a low cut as well. I generally find them, you know, really nice, and they look really cool as well on foot. And on the 2nd of November, something which I will be going for is the Air Jordan 14 Black Toe. I've been waiting for this to re-release for quite some time. I've never owned a pair of the Black Toes, and I'm a big sort of Jordan 14 fan anyway, so I'll definitely be trying to go for these, especially because it's an OG colourway. And also on 2nd November, we've got the Nike Dunk Low SE Los Angeles, and this one I think is also looking really nice. You know, in terms of the colourway and using that, again, that textile material. Probably the wrong time to release these, and maybe they should have released in summertime, but if you're after a dunk low, I think this is a good one to get. And the date got pushed back for these, and now they're supposed to be releasing on 2nd November, and it's at Awake New York Jordan Airship Royal. And this is probably a pair that I'll try and grab as well. I think my only issue with these is they might go on sale, but I really like the leather quality on this pair and just the overall execution for being an Airship, and it just, you know, I think it just did a really good job, especially with the red version that came out. So I'm hoping, you know, this one is, I suppose, you know, it's I don't know if it will be more limited than the first one, but let's wait and see.